So with Tim Burton's newest movie, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, about to come out this Friday, I decided to celebrate that fact by doing my top 5 best Tim Burton movies. And just to let you guys know, if none of your favorite Tim Burton movies make this list, just don't go crazy on me, and I don't want any death threats in the comments below. Just my opinion. These are my picks for my top 5 favorite and best Tim Burton movies. And these are the movies that are directed by Tim Burton or produced or written. And these are and like I said, these are my favorite Tim Burton movies, my top 5 favorite, and it's just my opinion. It's not fact, just my opinion. And if you guys want to know what I think of what I think of Tim Burton, I think he's a good director. He's sometimes hit and miss, mostly a hit. I think most of his movies are really good, but sometimes his movies have been a miss, like Alice in Wonderland. And but anyway, guys. So yeah. So let's start off this video by doing my fifth favorite Tim Burton movie of all time, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is okay. The truth is about Beetlejuice. When I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it's one of those times where my uh, opinion actually changed. It's one of those movies, like when I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but the more I think about it, the better it gets. And Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are perfect in it. They have great chemistry as the couple, and Michael Keaton is friggin' perfect as Beetlejuice. The Academy should have nominated him for an Oscar for Best Actor when he played Beetlejuice. It's a great role. And say Beetlejuice's name three times and he will pop up. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Nowhere in sight. Darn. Okay, so number 4 is, well, it's actually a movie that he actually didn't direct. He actually produced and wrote. You guys can probably figure out what it is. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, the Nightmare Before Christmas, out of all the movies that Tim Burton has been a part of, this one is my favorite. It's great. The songs are catchy. The characters are so likable. The animation is top notch. It's great stop motion animation, kind of like Wallace and Gromit, a little bit, only more darker, and it's not British. And Danny Elfman's score and the music is really good, and it's a great movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it still remains one of my favorite Tim Burton movies of all time. And yes, I know he didn't direct it. Just play with me here. Okay, so number 3 is number 3 is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Okay. Pee-wee's Big Adventure was for a while my favorite Tim Burton movie until I saw a certain movie that's going to be number 1 soon, but that's save for later. And Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I love Pee-wee Herman. I don't care what anyone says. I think he's hilarious. Yes, he is weird sometimes, and he acts like he's on drugs sometimes. Like, sometimes he does things that'll make you go, dude, are you on crack or something? Like, it's really scary. And I absolutely adore Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It's one of my favorite Tim Burton movies. It's actually one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. And it's so quotable. I know you are, but what am I? That was a really bad Pee-wee impersonation. I'm sorry. Pee-wee. That's better a little bit. And it's a great road trip movie in general, and it's actually a lighthearted Tim Burton movie. It's actually not that dark at parts. And yeah, it is a bit scary though, like with Large Marge, but overall it's a pretty lighthearted movie. Okay, so number 2 on this list is Edward Scissorhands. Okay, this is the movie that actually is. It's actually kind of sad the more I think about it, because Johnny Depp's character, which is Edward Scissorhands, he was actually kind of bullied by all the neighbors, and his performance in this movie was for a while his best until he played Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's just a great modern fairy tale, Edward Scissorhands, and Johnny Depp is fantastic in it. the entire cast does a great job, and it'll actually make you cry at at some parts. And every time it snows, I always think of Edward. The snow dance is hands down one of the most beautiful scenes in any movie ever. And Danny Elfman's score is beautiful, and it goes great with the snow dance scene. It's a beautiful scene. Like it's actually is one of my favorite and one of my favorite beautiful scenes in any movie ever. And what was I gonna say? Oh well, yeah, I'll think about it later. Okay, guys. So number one, my number one favorite Tim Burton movie is, I'm not gonna say it yet, but I will give you a hint. It came out between Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands. You can probably figure out what it is. Yes, it is Batman. I absolutely love Batman. It was for a while my favorite Batman movie until I saw The Dark Knight. Michael Keaton is fantastic as Bruce Wayne and Batman, of course. I think he's better than a Christian Bale in my opinion. And Jack Nicholson is great at Joker, but he will be nowhere near as good as Jared Leto though. And it's a great way to make Batman more serious, more darker than the stupid campy show from the 1960s with Adam West, the Bat Dance thing. I don't know what it is. And yeah, so I absolutely love Batman, and I don't care what anyone says. Batman is the best movie Tim Burton has ever made, and it'll always be my number one favorite Tim Burton movie. Okay, guys, so that's it for this list. And I have a question for you. What are your top 5 favorite Tim Burton movies? Whatever they are, comment below and let me know. And if you want to see more of my videos, just be sure to subscribe.